Leading up to the 2019 release of Leaving Neverland, Wade Robson and James Safechuck were interviewed by many news outlets, including the BBC. In their BBC interview, Wade would claim that Michael Jackson abused him hundreds of times. In Leaving Neverland, Wade also paints a narrative that Michael and he spent hundreds of nights together. But there's a problem with Wade's story. His own mother, Joy Robson, has repeatedly said that their family, including Wade, hardly spent much personal time with Michael Jackson at Neverland. In 2005, Joy Robson testified under oath that in the 14 years they lived in the U.S., they only saw Michael at Neverland 4 times. Let's take a look at Joy's testimony from 2005.
And then from that point, from September of 1991 up till, let's just say, September 1993. Okay, the time frame involved, you and your son spent a great deal of time with Michael Jackson. You were around him a lot, correct?
I don't think so.
You were not at the ranch on a number of occasions during 1991.
My memory is in the entire time we've lived here since 1991. We've only been at the ranch with Michael on 4 occasions in 14 years.
4 occasions?
Every other time we've been here without him.
So, which is it? Were you abused hundreds of times, or did you only see him at Neverland 4 times in 14 years? And unlike Wade, his mother Joy has been consistent and stuck to her story. A decade before the trial, back in a 1995 Variety interview, she mentioned that Michael spent much of the time away. More recently, in 2011, she said that Wade didn't work with Michael a lot, complaining that the 3 videos Wade did with Michael hardly paid the rent. Let's take a listen.
And you guys, I don't know how much better you can get than working with Michael Jackson.
Well, we didn't work with him a lot. Wade did 3 music videos.
Well, that's more than I've done with Michael Jackson.
Well, they don't pay a whole lot. It doesn't really pay the rent.
And your son, though,
A friend of Wade's, producer Damien, would also corroborate Joy's claim that Michael was mostly away when the Robsons visited Neverland.
She goes, well, you went to his house a bunch of times, right, with Wade? And I said, well, yeah, but he was never there.
When you consider the timeline of Wade's alleged abuse, between 1990 and 1996, Michael Jackson was one busy guy. He was juggling albums, several large-scale music video productions, a world tour, countless rehearsals, business deals, interviews, even a marriage. Few people were busier than Michael Jackson in the 80s and early 90s. And let's not forget, a few of those years were right in the thick of the original 1993 Chandler scandal, which brought in unprecedented media coverage and scrutiny. Looking at the timeline, Wade's story just doesn't add up.